This plant looks like a kid's drawing of a palm tree. But make no mistake, we are nowhere near the ocean today.
While they may be more closely related to daisies, this giant flowering plant looks more like a chonked up Joshua tree crossed with a pineapple wearing a sweater. But if you want to see these in person, you better get out your hiking boots and start climbing Kilimanjaro. These are the giant groundsels.
Hey, I'm Tasha the Amazon, and you're watching Animalogic. We're high up in the African mountains with the giant groundsels.
Known scientifically as Dendrosenecio, giant groundsels are a genus of plant that grow exclusively in the montane and alpine regions of equatorial, central, and eastern Africa. But these discerning plants go a step further when choosing their home base. They will not live at elevations lower than 2,100 meters.
If that wasn't niche enough, they also only take root on the most exclusive mountains, ones that are at least 3,300 meters tall.
Mount Kilimanjaro, the tallest mountain in Africa, is famously dotted with these alien-looking beauties. One species, Dendrosenecio kilimanjari, is even named after its mountainous home.
And because living on the highest mountain somehow isn't high enough, some giant groundsel individuals can even stretch 10 meters up into the sky.
Although they're often as big as trees and have woody trunks, giant groundsels are actually flowering plants. The enormous family that giant groundsels belong to is called Asteraceae and is referred to as the daisy, aster, or sunflower family, which is one of the largest flowering plant families in the world.
The closest relative of giant groundsels that we know of is Cineraria deltoidea, although this short, sprawling plant only reaches a fraction of the height of its giant cousin.
An event of evolutionary radiation occurred relatively recently among giant groundsels in East Africa, meaning that a lot of different species evolved in a short burst as they spread from mountain to mountain and made their homes at different elevations.
Today, 11 species are generally accepted. But of course, it wouldn't be botany if scientists weren't constantly arguing this number.
Giant groundsels are known as rosette plants because of the way their leaves grow in a circular pattern. This type of leaf growth is common across the plant kingdom and can be seen not only in the Asteraceae family, but also everything from succulents to agave.
Usually, rosette plants grow flat and close to the ground to protect themselves from drying air, excessive heat, and the munching mouths of browsing animals.
The common groundsel, for example, is one of those ground-hugging types, only reaching max 40-ish centimeters tall.
But giant groundsels have taken the rosettes to the skies.
Each giant groundsel rosette contains between 30 and 120 leaves. As new ones grow from the center, the outer leaves wither and turn brown.
Some species that live at lower altitudes, like Dendrosenecio orysi rosenii, tend to drop their leaves when they die, leaving a skinny stem.
Those that live higher up, however, keep their dead leaves attached, which creates the classic shape of the giant groundsel called the marcescent frill. The candelabra-like way these plants grow even has its own name, Dendrosenecio branching. Each stem carries its own rosette, which can reach widths of up to 1 meter across.
In addition to making this plant look like a spiky ice cream cone, the stacked up leaves actually do serve a purpose.
Temperatures at these higher elevations regularly drop below freezing, with one scientist describing the giant groundsel's climate as summer every day and winter every night. The marcescent frill insulates the plant during those long wintry nights.
Just imagine if you didn't shed any of your dead skin cells and they just built up like a flaky yet surprisingly cozy sweater. For yet more protection from the cold, the rosette curls backward on itself when the sun goes down and reopens as soon as the first rays touch it again in the morning. This cabbage-like nocturnal formation is called a night bud. No, I won't be making any jokes about that.
Maintaining the dead leaves on the frill may even have a nutritional benefit. Just below the living tuft on top, there's a zone of putrefaction, where the freshly dead leaves clump together in a sticky, rotting mass.
When they emerge below this zone, they're a tenth of their original size and are as dry as soup crackers.
It's been hypothesized that the plants immediately reabsorb the nutrients from the dead leaves, which is supported by the fact that giant groundsels, young and old, have consistent levels of nutrients like phosphorus and nitrogen.
Giant groundsels don't flower regularly. Instead, they experience irregular intervals of what's called synchronous flowering, with a significant portion of their population flowering all at the same time.
Because they're not actually trees, giant groundsels lack the growth rings of trees that can tell us how old they get. Instead, botanists took advantage of these never-falling leaves to figure out the plant's age by measuring how much stacks up in a year.
That's how we know that the tallest specimens of giant groundsels could be as old as 250 years. So it turns out these Seuss-looking blooming plants are as old as they are weird. So what should we talk about next? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for new episodes every week. Bye. Greater than or equal to. Hi. Hey. Hi. Hey. Snack, 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 snack. Gah! Yo, who goes there? Who could it be? What are you gonna fart?
No, I'm just getting ready for the
Doing a
hoedown.
squat? Oh, the hoedown. We're having a hoedown. As soon as this episode is over. Ah! Okay. Dendro senecio risi rosenii. Hey. Do you ever have it when you're just sweating and you don't want to be sweating anymore? Yeah. This is my pipes. Barn animals. Some giant barn animals. Get 'em. You ready? Usually, rosette plants grow flat. My son is calling me. Oh, children. Giant groundsels have, whoa, yeah? Porpoises have purposes. In addition to making the plant look like a spicy, ooh, disgusting. Blech, blech, blech. Just imagine if you didn't skin any of your scones seconds. Would you care for another? Just imagine if you didn't skin, there's an itch here.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Whoa. Do you want another one of that? Yeah. Okay. That's how we know that the tallest specimens of groundsels.
Yeah.
That's how we know the tallest species, specimen sporists, drink water, stay hydrated, eat your vitamins. Oh.
Whatever you want, man.
Okay. Intruder alert, intruder alert. Come here. Come here.
Why?
Here, I have something to give to you.
I've got to brush the stuff is on the bush.
Well, this is so important. Come here. Come here. Look, it's Blaze!